do men respect women that are in marriages more than women respect men that are in marriages? Because, for example, right, like practically she's saying that men don't holler at her because they know that she's in a relationship. So I guess men be like, oh, I'm not gonna holler at this woman because she's married, she got 3 kids, but the women are disrespectful enough that they be like, I'm bad as fuck. So do men respect
more
than women?
I think that men do respect more.
Yeah.
For sure. But there are those that are daring and they're like, oh,
yeah.
celoso.
What is going on, people? Jaye Black here. Another video. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. I'm going to talk about Cardi. Yes, of course. If you are a Cardi fan, don't get in your feelings. Okay? I critique everybody. But Cardi B especially, because of the things that she has admitted herself to doing that I find very unpleasant. But in this video, I'm going to speak about Cardi responding or reacting to the Ayesha Curry comments about not getting enough male attention. Y'all know I've done videos on it. Well, at least one. I did a live stream on it. But I just want to say this. I probably have the clip of what she said at the beginning of the video so y'all can get the gist of what she's saying. But, Cardi basically is saying that men respect married women more than women respect married men. I can see where she's coming from. Because we as men, we actually do set boundaries when it comes to women in relationships and being married. One, because we don't want to be caught up in those situations. Now, you do have dudes who will still try to sleep with a woman who's married. But you also have dudes who understand, listen, I'm not trying to get caught up in no drama. Because dudes are crazy out here, man. But when it comes to a female, they don't respect boundaries. Why do you think you have so many women who are either currently side chicks or who have been side chicks and they will pretend like they did not know that man was married? You didn't see the car seat in the back of his car? You didn't see the tan line? He ain't never took you to his house ever. But he's not a married man with children, huh? None of y'all gonna say, well, the car seat doesn't mean he's married, Jay. Yeah, but that it's a question that needs to be answered. Are you a single dad? But be that as it may. You're driving a van. The dude's driving a van. You ever ask him why he's driving a van? Anyway, I can see that because once again, there are women out there who they don't want a man of their own. They want somebody else's man. Cardi was in that situation. She knows when she was on Love and Hip Hop New York, she was basically a side chick. So she knows from experience, even if it was a storyline or not. And I really think that there are women out there who have a mentality of, I can't get one of my own, I'm going to get somebody else's. That attitude is prevalent because there are women out there who want what somebody else has and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get it. Even if it makes them look bad. Even if it puts them in a situation where they're fighting another female. Now, let me just say this about married women. Like Cardi B, she's been in a situation because I think she's speaking from her being, married and women trying to get it offset. I have only seen Cardi get upset at the women, not necessarily Offset. Now, she did break up with Offset, but she got back with him, as we knew she would. But you've only seen her go off on the females that were trying to get with him or got with him, and that's what I have noticed. I've even spoken about this. I don't understand why women in relationships always go off on the females, but never say nothing to the dudes. And they wonder why these dudes continue to sneak around on them. These dudes will continue to do what you allow them to do. So if you're allowing this guy to get away with cheating on you, then that's what you want. You getting mad at the females, but you not saying nothing to this dude. You need to say something to him, because only he can change. Them women ain't gonna change. Them women still gonna come around if he allows them. He has to make the choice to leave him alone. So looking at it from that standpoint, she may be a little bit biased, but she's been on both sides of the spectrum. So it comes from experience. But I just want to say this about Ayesha. You know, she clarified her comments in a post that she put up, you know, responding to what everybody had been saying. Okay. And in a response, you know, she basically was like, she's speaking her truth. You know, she's being honest, you know, and I don't think Ayesha was being all the way honest. I think that if Steph Curry's mother wasn't on that particular Red Table Talk panel, then she would have probably went in depth, probably more about him and his shortcomings in the situation. Maybe not, you know, outwardly, but in subtle ways, like not getting enough attention at home, not going out enough, you know, always being with the kids, you know what I'm saying? Just subtle things. Now, Ayesha Curry has 6 million followers, people. And for her to be out there in the public saying she's not getting enough attention. Listen, I have 1,300 followers. I get more than my fair share of DMs. Okay. I could put up a post and get, you know, hundreds of likes and, you know, a bevy of comments. You know, it just depends on reach. She has 6 million followers. This post that she put up responding to people, she has over 22,000 comments and has over 400,000 likes. You mean to tell me that you're not getting male attention? You're not being all the way honest, Ayesha. And again, I'm not, you know, upset at what she's saying. I mean, it's how she feels, but just be a little more honest. You know, you're getting as much attention as you can handle. You just want certain type of attention. You know, maybe you're seeking a guy who maybe is a little bit more rough around the edges, quote unquote. Maybe you're seeking somebody who's on the opposite side of Steph attitude wise. Maybe those are the type of guys you're seeking it from. Maybe it's from the guys you've always liked but never really dated. You know, maybe it's from some of these guys in the industry, like his peers, who, if they actually are cool with him, are not going to cross those boundaries. Or be that as it may, she said what she said, and you have women like Cardi B, who's been on both sides of the issue, basically saying that women just don't respect boundaries when it comes to relationships and marriages. And I've seen that. There are more side chicks out there than side dudes, I'm telling you. Even though married women mess around all the time, when you look at how much these dudes be getting caught up with having side chicks, getting exposed, these shits getting pregnant by these guys. Let me tell y'all something, man. I know y'all have heard the saying about how loyal side chicks are. And that is the truth. I've been around women who I could tell, but they were side chicks. And you try to speak with them, they really on some they got a boyfriend thing, but that's not your boyfriend, that's somebody's husband. Or somebody else's boyfriend. But that's how loyal these chicks are. That's why, and they wonder why they're single. You're single because you're too busy trying to take what somebody else has, and it will never happen. All you aspiring side chicks who think that you're going to be able to take a man from his wife, it will never happen. That woman has been with him through thick and thin. They have survived other side chicks. They will survive you no matter how much you try to put him on blast. That woman is not leaving him. All you're doing is strengthening that relationship, unfortunately. And I say unfortunate because the guy's still messing around with his wife. Don't get married if you don't want to be with that particular person, you know, unless you got some type of arrangement where both of you, or at least, you know, one of you is doing what you want to do. I understand that. But you have a lot of naive women out there who get into these marriages thinking that these dudes just gonna be with them. And that's never really the case. It's never really the case. I think Cardi B, for the most part, you know, once again, this is a situation where she's trying to be like everybody else, reacting to this and that. Cardi has to understand the comments that you make is going to be magnified because you're viewed as the biggest female, I would say rap artist out there. And we could say artists, you know. When she was doing this live stream, she had 50,000 people watching on Instagram. And you're speaking on this as if you're just like all these other females. Your situation is a little bit different because Offset is an established artist, especially with Migos. So he's going to have groupies, Cardi. You should have understood that before you said I do to this guy, if you did. You know, we still don't have total proof yet. But you should understand that Offset going to do what he want to do. Okay? The fact that you think that this guy is going to be loyal to you like that, just come on, Cardi. You should already understand that this guy has a number of chicks trying to get at him. And that's why I think you're speaking on this, because you know good and well what be going on with Offset. And even though you with Offset now, that don't mean that he still ain't got side chicks out there. And you know that. But you're not going to get mad at Offset. You're going to get mad at those other women. You know, and that is why these guys will continue to do what they do. They will continue to mess around. They will continue to have side chicks because you keep on taking these dudes back. And it's also why these women will overstep their boundaries, because they know it ain't really going to be no consequences like that. What you going to do? Cuss them out? You know, go off on them on social media? There's really no consequence for these women doing what they do. You know? Now, us as men, for the most part, we do respect boundaries. Now, you got some guys that don't respect boundaries. We get that. But for the most part, a lot of dudes are not trying to get caught up in no drama. They're not trying to sleep with this dude here, this dude's wife here, this dude's wife there. We ain't trying to get caught up in that. We not trying to be the cause of no breakups. We don't want nobody going off on us on social media. And I think that for the most part, when you have women like Cardi B speaking on this, they should look themselves in the mirror and look at the fact that they continue to deal with guys who mess around on them. So, y'all understand in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts.